Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here to do your bonus read. I'm going to use the Shadowscapes Tarot for this reading. It's a nice, easy card pack to shuffle. It's beautiful. Okie dokie. I'm still getting breath back after the What's Cracking reading this morning. I know the tower's coming for a lot of people, but it just felt so emotional doing that reading this morning. So let's hope for a nice light one here. Sometimes there's heavy readings like, wow, I cannot believe how strong the energy is. There must be a lot of people going through this experience at the moment. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on in your bonus read. All right, we have the Ten of Cups coming straight out. It's like a big phew from me. Ten of Cups talks about everything being, oh, well, I'll say it, having all of your ducks in a row. It's about having everything where you want it. It's sort of like the card of complete happiness, family, love. Now, behind that, I do have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups does talk about a soulmate relationship. I feel like some of you have got some sort of soulmate relationship coming in together here. The Three of Wands says that you're waiting for your ships to come in, and the Justice card is here. So it's something that needed to happen. Oh, behind that is the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you are going from being single here to meeting someone who is your soulmate and moving forward to a life of abundance. Now that can stop there. We can just finish the reading right here and just leave it as it is. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we have the Chariot coming out first. So the Chariot is a card that shows a chariot not moving. In this particular card, it's moving very quickly. But this is about the universe saying you've stayed in one place too long, you've rested, you've healed, you've done what you needed to do, and now we're ready to move you forward. So it's time to go. Alrighty, then we have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is the card of equal give and take. What goes in comes out. So if you're in a relationship where you invest all your time, energy and love and the other person's not giving back to you, that's not equal give and take. So when we're talking equal give and take, it's like what you put in, you get back again. Not necessarily in the shape you're investing it, but certainly getting back something from it. Okay, we do have the Devil card coming in here. So some of you are dealing with someone who is very egotistical, and the universe is trying to move you away from that person here. Some of you can be dealing with a Cancer here or Scorpio. Capricorn, sorry. No, well, you could be dealing with a Scorpio too. This is Capricorn card. This is Capricorn Cancer here. Okay, so then we have the Two of Wands. So someone's definitely taking a different path here. Someone's moving away from something that's very toxic. Okay. Sorry, just processing. Five of Wands coming out here. So there's a lot of conflict here. A lot of conflict. I do love this card. Look at all the foxes all over this card. Oh, I think it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay. The Two of Swords is here. Someone's trying to make a decision, but they're really conflicted, extremely conflicted, trying to walk away from someone, but I'll go into it a little bit more. Funnily enough, here's the Death card, which is the card of Scorpio. So someone is trying to transform from some sort of relationship that's very toxic. We do have the Hanged Man here. So let me say to you, we have nearly all major arcanas on the table for this reading. King of Wands coming out. So we could be talking about someone who's a fire sign, Sag, Leo or Aries, or someone who has a lot of those attributes in their chart, and we have an offer of love. Very, very straightforward reading here. I do not even have to think it out. It's very straightforward. We do have someone moving towards love with a soulmate, someone who's been waiting for their ships to come in here. This is guided by the universe. So this is something that the universe said has been waiting way too long. People have not got the idea. So I think that you could possibly be dealing with someone, or it could be you, who's in a very toxic environment. So we're talking about very strong ego, codependency, a situation that is extremely toxic here, and someone is making a decision here on how to move away from this. This Five of Wands means that, you know, whoever this person is very conflicted inside about having to do this and has gone backwards and forwards many, many, many times on this. The Chariot is now saying, no, that's it, you're done. You have to move. This person is looking for something that has equal give and take, and in this current situation there is none of that. So they're either giving everything to this relationship and not receiving anything in return. Now, very often what happens with this sort of environment, and the reason it becomes so toxic, is one person is generally much more empathic or gentle natured. So when someone becomes dominant and starts to control the relationship, the meeker person or the milder person keeps putting into it to keep the other person happy, because if they do that, it saves arguments and you know, abuse even. So this could be something, you could all have domestic violence happening here, it has to be said, because someone is investing in something that is just not returning them anything, and the more they invest, the less they receive. And there's a really strong feeling here with the Five of Wands, Two of Swords, that there's been a decision that has to be made here on how to move forward, but it's happening because the Two of Wands is here offering you an open new pathway. This transformation, I think, has been coming for a while. I think this person has been in this situation for a very long while, but having to make this decision here has been extremely difficult with this energy. So the universe is saying now, this is karmic, you need to move on from it. Karmic relationships are there to teach you a lesson. You're not supposed to stay there forever. So what I have here is I have a person who's gaining their leadership qualities back again. They're starting to understand how important it is for them to follow their heart here with the Ace of Cups. This can be about self-love and finally having a realization that you loving yourself is just as important as anything else in the world. As I always say to people, the one thing you need to keep at the forefront of your mind is you only get one opportunity at life. If you want to live in a state of constant confusion and misery and unhappiness, that is your choice. But you do also have the choice to take another path. Now, if you're in this situation and we're talking about things being this, because I feel like it's really this bad for some people, I want to say to you, go and seek out someone to talk to. If you don't have a family member, or this person has cut you off from, you know, your family, or has your family, sometimes if you've got this really strong narcissistic energy here, it could be that they've convinced everybody around you that they're the good guy, which is the hardest thing of all, because then you've got to try and scramble out of that mess, and of course everybody thinks you're the one that's crazy. So I get it, I do. So if you haven't got someone to support you, love you, care for you and help you to get out of this, then seek professional help. Go and find a counsellor, go and find someone who can do that for you. I know in Australia we have programs that are put in by the government to assist people with these situations. If you haven't got access to counselling, look for a domestic violence or a charitable place that will offer you some support here, because what the universe is trying to do is get people to move away from these environments where they're not living their true life. They're not even living a half life here. It's a very, very dark reading in terms of this person going through some really tough stuff. What I want to say to you is here, I have the Ace of Cups at the end and I have the Ten of Cups under the deck. So for those of you who are reading, there is much happiness on the other side of this. So hopefully you will be able to find your way out of this soon. And I know the decision has been made, even though it's been very difficult to move away from this. So look, this reading's not going to resonate with everybody here. I do have the card of the hummingbird coming out here. But obviously it needs to be said for the people that need to listen to this. So it's a tough reading again. The buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Trust that success is assured. We know that because you got the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination, know that all will be well because all is in the small. Okay, that's really cute. So don't forget, everything is going to be okay. Even if the details are only little at the moment, they will eventuate. You are on the right path. Have a fantastic day, everyone.